Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first race of our HRL Best Tracks of 2023 tournament. We're going to be kicking it off with some Eagle River Infinite action. This is the highest rated Infinite track. We wanted to give it a shot and see how things would go. We'll talk about that in this commentary. Unfortunately, missing out on Camby. There's only 6 people. There's going to be 8 people for most of the races tonight. Only 6 in this one. Camby was updating the Xbox and was a bit late on it, and Slanch's Infinite takes like a year to load. So that happened. But we're on Eagle River. Obviously, Matt cooked this one up. Crazy track aesthetic-wise. It's so fucking dense. There's a ridiculous amount of shit going on here. It's pretty absurd. Let's go through and check out the starting lineup. It's going to be a timed race, by the way. We don't have the lap counter and shit set up. It's going to be a timed race. Left to right, or let's do right to left. Oh, phase V optic? Jesus, okay. We're just setting it up here, aren't we? This is the one thing. The only thing that sucks about this game, man. Like, this shit's cool, bro. Like, the customization, nice cheeks, the customization on the goose, and, like, the fucking characters, too. Like, having that set up, and then, like, the goose skin, and, like, I love that aspect of it. I think that's really cool. It's really fucking cool, man. Unfortunate. But yeah, right to left. It's gonna be detailed and Luke, and then I don't even know, man. I think it's Sol then Roman, and then Hunter then Armada. They look like who they are, so that works out. But it's gonna be a timed race. It's gonna be 10 minutes long, plus 2 laps, which is about what the other races are too. And we're going off a timer, and I don't know how Infinite Theater works, and I'm sorry in advance. I'm gonna try my best. We're probably gonna sit. I'm probably going to go to one driver's POV, and I'm probably going to sit in it for most of the race, because I seriously don't know how this shit works. Green flag. It's already chalked. Okay, we're on Roman's POV. We're going to go with that for a bit. I seriously, the free cam, and especially on this track, it's chalked, so it's mostly going to be POV. So we're off to green, and we're racing Eagle River. And in most of this race, I mean, I'll talk about the racing itself, too. You know, in most of this race, I want to go a little bit. This is basically, okay, so been waiting on the Protocol Cheese episode, right? Consider this the Protocol Cheese finale. Maybe I'll actually do the Protocol Cheese finale one day, but, like, this is essentially going to be it, basically. Can I switch? Come on, man. Bro, this theater fucking blows, bro. What fucking button? Everything's different. I'm getting pissed, bro. The outlines are... I'm losing full. There is the conch. That's how I died, by the way. On that rumble, which, like, never conks you. It conked me right there. That was great. Bro, outlines. Yeah! like says the button, but the button fucking... Okay, god, dude, fucking... Okay, so on the timer, I think it's 11. I think it's 11 minutes flat, plus 2 laps. I'm gonna leave this HUD up. I'm fucking pissed. Whatever. Closest battle on the track is for last. Let's watch it. So, yeah, this will basically be the Protocol Cheese. So how did this race go? How does Infinite go? I think the gooses are chalked. I'm gonna be honest. I think the gooses are chalked. So, if you're not aware, they did the lag update, the new server network model, whatever update, and it was really good at first. It made the force push like not a thing. It made the lag around racing around people a lot better. Honestly, the desync itself is almost like non-existent. There's almost like no screen lag. Unfortunately, it's brought to the forefront other issues, especially with the gooses that are like really rough. I'm not So here's the problem. The contact, like the person-to-person contact when you're racing with each other, like, you know how you can get some goose contact, and we're gonna have a good example of this coming up here shortly too. You can have like some goose contact in the other games, and you can, like, sometimes there'll be some crazy hits, and, you know, sometimes things will get kind of insane, and, you know, that weird stuff can happen in the other Halos too, don't get me wrong, but, like, for the most part, you can feel comfortable, like, getting some contact, making some contact, beating and banging a little bit, and it not being too bad, right? That is not the case, at least with the goose in this game. The Razorback may be a different story, I'll get to that, but at least with the goose, that is not the case. The contact is absolutely awful. Now, yes, the force push is not a thing anymore, and yes, the lag feels a lot better with the new network model, and the desync, honestly, again, almost feels non-existent. Like, all that stuff's a lot better. That's all great, fine and dandy, whatever. Unfortunately, there's a new issue, and the new issue is the contact. It's really freaking hard to race close to each other with the gooses. It's really hard to make passes with the gooses because, of course, in Halo racing, typically you're going to have to make some contact. Like, you don't have to wreck people, but there's going to be some contact. There's some beating and banging. There's some rubbing. Halo racing's definitely a rubbins racing type deal. And there's just going to be some of that. And you just kind of need that. Like, you need that. Like, you need to be able to do that and be comfortable doing that and be getting close with each other. So you see, this point in the race, I'm gaining on Roman. I'm starting to get into a groove. Starting to feel the track a little bit better, and I'm trying to make a move on him. And you're going to see a great example of what I'm talking about here shortly. I think it's on this lap. I'm going to wait here because I think it's on this lap, this next upcoming lap. I could be wrong. I think it is. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be. So here you see I get this inside run. I get this run on the left, and I'm just dead. I'm just dead off him. And that type of stuff, when you're racing close to somebody, that type of stuff happens. And it's not Roman's fault, by the way. I just want to stress that. Like, he didn't do anything wrong. He's just racing his line. He didn't run wide and cheese, you know what I mean? Like, from my POV, Roman did absolutely nothing wrong. It's just the contact wheel-to-wheel racing on the goose is just fucking terrible, unfortunately, in this game. So, like, for these go-kart tracks and stuff like that, like, I just think it's chalked. I really just think it's chalked. I think this is probably likely going to be the last goose race that you'll see us run on Infinite. After this one, I have zero interest in doing any goose stuff because it just doesn't feel good enough, and I just don't think it'll be fun, honestly. So it's really unfortunate, but that's just, like, I don't know. That's just where we're at. Now, that being said, I don't want to completely conk things entirely for this game because the most fun that we had in testing, in my opinion anyways, was with the Razorback and was with different track types on the Razorback. We did my weird, like, mini Monza with the Razorback. That was pretty fun. That raced pretty well. Detail, who were watching the lead, had a RX type deal, and you could do the goose or the hog on that one. Razorback, whatever, hog, same thing. And I thought it was more fun with the hog. It was fun with both, and you could do it with both, but I thought it was more fun with the hog. Thought that was really fun to test too. And then I also worked on my big MX project. I worked on my big MX project and with the Razorback, and that needs some tweaking. That needs some fine tuning. You know, it's not 100%, but that is pretty good too. That is pretty good too. I'm gonna gas myself up a little bit, but seriously though, that actually races pretty well too. Again, it's not perfect, but like it's pretty good. It's pretty good and it's pretty doable. So yeah, so like I just think the gooses are chalked. Oh, I don't know how I completely forgot to mention this. So the contact with each other, there's another really big issue with the gooses. I don't know, and maybe this has to do with the contact thing too. Maybe it's all interconnected, but something with the goose, like hitbox or like hit physics, with terrain pieces in particular, but also just in general, is just completely fucked after a recent update. Now, interestingly enough, it was not, as far as I'm aware, the network update that did this. The goose was actually fine for a bit after the network update initially, but then there was another update about a month later, I want to say, and that update just randomly, like, broke the goose. And now try it, by the way. Go find a Supercross track. Go find a Supercross track. Go try a Supercross track. Go try a terrain track with the goose. If you're not aware of this issue, I implore you, go try it. Go see it for yourself. It's completely broken. It's completely broken. It's completely broken. It's completely fucked. And it's useless. Literally any goose track based around terrain is completely useless, completely fucked now. And funnily enough, the issue seems to be somewhat of a thing in the hog too. Maybe, but not nearly as much. Not nearly as much. And even if it is an issue, the hog handles it a lot better. So yeah, so basically what I'm getting at is the goose, that random update happened, and unless 343 fixes it, I think the goose is just completely chalked. I think that update completely ruined the goose. And I'm gonna be honest, I doubt they're even aware of it. And even if they were aware of it, I don't think they give a fuck. I think this game is being ran by an absolute skeleton crew right now. I think there's probably like fucking 5 people working on this game, if that. I think most of 343 has moved on to the next Halo. I think this game is full maintenance mode, and I think they're trying to, you know, get by on as little as possible that they can with this game for the rest of its lifespan. You know, for good PR, essentially. Like, if they completely chalked the game before the new Halo came out, just said we're done with Infinite, it wouldn't look very good on Microsoft, with Halo being their big thing and like their big like FPS property. Like, it just would not look very good. So that's why I think they're just, you know, trying to run Infinite, trying to do as much as they can, like with as little as possible, to just look good. And then as soon as they can chalk it, as soon as that new Halo, as soon as we have a teaser, as soon as we have a date, Infinite's just fucking, they're going to leave that shit. They're going to fucking move on from this game. And fair enough, they should. They really should. I've been saying this since for like the first year of Infinite, that they should just start over. I think they should have done it sooner. But yeah. So yeah, the gooses are chalked. That being said, I don't want to completely lose hope. I don't want this to be completely negative. I do want to say Razorback stuff. I'm not going to completely give up on Razorback stuff. Instead, I'm actually optimistic about the Razorback stuff, in that I don't have to worry about gooses on this game anymore. I don't have to think about making tracks for the gooses. I can just completely be like, this is not a thing. We can just move on from this. You know what I mean? It's just not a thing. And fun fact, there was a time where I thought we were gonna go ahead with go-kart and do that Infinite go-kart and get that in, and that would be the next series and not the short track series. Thank Bob fucking pulled the plug on that, because that would have been pretty bad. Would have happened again. To be fair, again, before this new contact issue was a thing, I honestly think it would have been okay. Would it have been great? Probably not, but I think it would have been fine. I think it would have been serviceable. But this new contact issue, this update, whatever ruined it, it just completely ruined the goose, and it's just completely chalked. So yeah, it just is what it is. Detail's going to come to 2 to go this time by. But yeah, it just is what it is. But again, if anyone is holding out on hope on Infinite, or, you know, doing other stuff on it, I do want to say, if you're going to make stuff on Infinite, do it on the Razorback. Make Razorback stuff. Make shit. Look at the like MX that I did. Do shit like that. White Flag here last time around. Do stuff like that, because there's potential for that. I still have interest in that. I still think that could be fun. I still think we could have good races on that. I think we could make crazy stuff for it. I think that could be a good time. The Razorback's weird. Yes, the vehicle physics are weird, but yeah, so's the fucking goose, man. So's the fucking goose. Detail takes the win here. Oh, did I like skip past it? I didn't mean to do that. My bad if I did. But yeah, like the Razorback physics are weird, but like so are the fucking goose physics, man. If we're gonna race anything on Infinite again in the future, it's gonna be on the Razorback. I don't care. The goose is cooked. It's chalked, and I'm over it, and we're moving on from it officially. So, yeah, just done with it. Just done with it. Congrats to Detail for getting the last goose Infinite win here. Likely is what it's gonna be. Pulls off to the side. That was the smart thing to do. Should have followed him. Oh, he's hitting the horns too. I see. God damn it, man. Anyways, everybody else was cheesing, but yeah, he gets first. Eventually they figure it out. Second goes to Soul. There we go. Third's going to be Roman. Fourth is going to be Luke. Fifth going to be... wait, I don't remember what the order was between... Fifth going to be Hunter, and Armada going to be sixth. So there you go. So there you have it. So, yep, congrats to Detail. It's going to get potentially the last Goose win, potentially the last Infinite win, but I don't know. I don't think so. I think we'll give the Razorback shot, the stuff a shot at some point. Like, I don't think we'll be completely done. I think there's some cool stuff that we could at least try with the Razorbacks. So I don't think we're completely done with the game entirely. But as far as Gooses go, yeah, I think GG. I think GG. So congrats to him on winning that. We're going to do a nice somber shot of this Eagle River track. Wow, Detail getting another fucking Eagle River win. Insane. Classic. But yeah, a nice somber shot. I'm going to throw some sad music on in the VOD. No, not really. But that'd be pretty funny. But yeah, it's this track will probably never be raced again unless it gets refurbished for Razorbacks. But yeah, unfortunate. Is what it is. A lot of work put into this stuff. But 343 fumbled the bag. So is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, it's not a racing game, shooter and Forge, and we're making it work, and it is what it is. But yeah, just fucking sucks. Just fucking sucks. But again, not to end on too negative a note, we're going to go on to the second race of the night after this. And the rest of this tournament, I'll spoil it, is a great tournament. It's a good show. You guys will enjoy it. There's some good races in there. But yeah, just the stuff for Infinite is sad, but it is what it is. But again, on the bright side, to have an optimistic look at it, I think the Razorback stuff could be fun. I think we could at least mess around with it. And so yeah, if you still have some passion for it, you still want to try some stuff on Infinite, again, focus on the Razorback, mess around with that, and look into that. And you know, if you make something, let me know, and I'll take a look at it. But if you make anything on the Gooses, I'm probably not going to care. And I think most people that raced in this, and I think most people aren't going to care either. And it's you know, even you could make a good thing on the Goose. It's not your fault. Like, it just is what it is. But yeah. So there you go. There's your protocol cheese. I might do an actual protocol cheese at some point, but there's your protocol cheese, essentially. Stare into the flame as we sign off here for race 1. But yeah, GG's. Hope you guys enjoyed it though. Hope that was informative for the Infinite stuff, and yeah, we'll see how it turns out. But yeah, we're gonna go on to race 2 in the night. It's I got all discombobulated. Hold on. It's Slap Chop. Right, it was Slap Chop. Okay, so we're gonna go on a Slap Chop. Race number 2. See you guys there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see ya.